Hello and welcome to Rebels Radio latest interview. John Underwood, Slough Town Joint Manager. How are you?
Very good, very good.
I thought I'd go for a different intro there, just to make it just to vary it up a bit, see if you're on your toes.
It worked.
Oh, good, excellent. All right, a good workout Tuesday night at Hungerford. Obviously lost in the B&B Cup, but I don't think that the result was the main thing for you there. What did you get out of the day?
It was a difficult game. Obviously, Hungerford are a very strong side. They made some changes, kind of shuffled their squad a little bit, but they were still very strong. We had a lot of problems, and a lot of obviously injuries picked up on Saturday. A little bit of flu around the squad as well. One or two that have just given so much in the last week that they needed a breather, and we were running the risk with a couple of them of picking up further injuries. So the most important thing, as much as we want to win every game we go into, the most important thing was that we were no worse off after the game than we were before, and that the priority clearly is the league, and that we want to make sure we had a competitive squad to put out this weekend. So
happy with the performance though?
Yeah, we were, to be honest. We thought first half we struggled first 5 minutes. Considering it was a bit of a mix and match side. It wasn't the normal shape that we play, and we had to ask Gareth Risbridger to come and help us out, and he's not been playing, and a very, very young bench from the youth team primarily. So it was always going to be tough for us. But to be honest, first half I thought we were excellent. I thought we gave them problems, created chances. I felt sorry for our lads that we went in 2-1 down, to be honest. They scored right on half time, and I thought we were well worth going in level at half time. Good goal from Eddie.
Quite a few chances, which again must have been pleasing.
Yeah, there was. We do keep creating chances. It's not really us to play three out and out centre forwards like that, but the three of them made it work by working hard, giving us plenty of movement, and we were delighted at half time, to be honest. So we were forced into a change at half time. Dobbo was feeling his shoulder, and we didn't want to risk him. Mm-hmm. So we had to bring George on, and George only had his head glued down at Truro kind of 10 days earlier, and they said 2 or 3 weeks. So that wasn't ideal. He wasn't. We didn't want him to hit the ball. And then unfortunately we suffered early second half with lads who, in Eddie and Luke Knight, who'd played their first 90s of the season on Saturday, and were just so tight from that. It wasn't an injury they had as such, but we were just worried that they would Eddie would pull a hamstring, and Knighty might pull his groin. So we made those two changes as well early in the second half, and then of course Darryl pulled up with a hamstring as well. So we had to go to 10 men. Yeah. We had 2 youth team lads in, and I'll be honest, at that point feared for us a little bit. I thought Hungerford might give us a real torrid time, and the reaction of our lads was fantastic. I thought we defended well, we worked hard all over the pitch. Adam Cornell was left up front on his own, and I thought he worked ever so hard. So we came out of it. I don't think I've ever been so pleased with a 2-1 defeat in my life, just in terms of all we ever ask is the players give us everything, and they really did, and played well, especially first half as well. So Tuesday could have gone a lot differently, could have gone a lot worse for us. So we're thankful. The only one that we came out with, in terms of a new injury, I didn't think we did. I went on the forum and said no new injuries, and then Jake rang us Wednesday morning to say he was struggling to walk on his ankle. We knew he'd taken a knock, but it really stiffened up. So he's been a concern. So it's a few issues at the minute, and thankfully nothing, touch wood, at the moment that's kind of long term, apart from obviously the ones coming back from long term injuries. So we could be a week away from a virtually fully fit squad. So it's kind of a short term issue this week, and we've just been trying to get everybody right for Saturday.
So no training tonight, Thursday? No,
we didn't train. Certain lads needed to go and see Kev. Funnily enough, my mobile's going, and Kev's just ringing me with a report. So no, we had a few lads in to see Kev, and I popped up there actually to see him myself and have a chat about the injury situation. We just needed to give some of them a bit of a breather, and hope that we could get as strong a squad out on Saturday as possible.
So what is the latest squad news then? Obviously injuries and potentially bolstering the squad.
I mean, first of all, the injuries. Guy looks like he's going to be okay to come back in, which is great because obviously, Reece York's got a 1-match suspension, so Guy will come back in there. Luke Knight will be fine. Darryl will be fine.
Eddie's going to go and have a run out for COVID.
Yeah, obviously Eddie could have. We'll be able to bring back Johnny and Scott Harris up front. So that's a positive. They'll come back fresh. We could have taken Eddie on the bench, but similar as what we've said with Scott Harris recently, Eddie needs a few games. So Eddie's going to play for Cove Saturday. We need him to get a couple more under his belt. Jake Somerville, obviously, he's improved in the last couple of days, and we think he's going to be fine for Saturday. So that was obviously a bit of an alarm there, but what we have done, the issues we've got from last Saturday, Adrian Sear is not going to be fit till Tuesday or next Saturday. Ryan Parsons, very, very doubtful for Saturday. So we've actually signed a defender on a short-term basis. We've signed a lad called Adam Cash, who's a local lad actually, he only lives in Langley, but he's been at Margate, or he's playing for Margate. They don't have a game this weekend because they went out in the FA Cup. Basically through we know the management team there, and they've agreed to help us out Saturday. So he's been in and around the first team squad, made a few starts, a few sub appearances. We all know how strong their squad over there is. So for him to be involved with the first team shows what a good player he is. He's played at Harrow Borough before. He's only young, but he played right back or left back. So we got him signed on tonight, so he'll come into the squad and straight into the side for Saturday. So we're obviously grateful for Margate for helping us out there and allowing us to bring such a good player in.
Any other particular squad news in terms of names in the frame for Saturday?
We're just trying to kind of count up now, really. We'll be okay. I mean, we've got to kind of joke about it a little bit. You get very frustrated by it, otherwise it does seem to be a bit of a... We just felt like we were getting over it, and then obviously last Saturday was a bit of a disaster all round. So the good thing is they're generally week to 10 day type injuries. So we should be looking to name a 15-man squad. There might be a couple on the bench who ideally we wouldn't want to bring on, but we're very happy with the side we can put out Saturday. And it's a game we need to look to get a win in. Yeah,
and a long-awaited return to Holloway's. It feels like an age since you've had a game there.
Yeah, we won't talk about last time we were there because that wasn't a good day. But we've had a good time on the road since then. We've picked up obviously 6 points from the 3 away games. We've played 8 away in the league and 5 at home. So plenty of league games at home to come. We need to get some consistent form at home. And we need that to start on Saturday. It won't be an easy game. We watched Redditch early in the season. Very hard-working side, very honest side, like ourselves. They'll fight and scrap for everything. They've had a dip recently. They've also had some injuries. I know up front they've had some problems, and they've stopped scoring the goals that they were early in the season. They had a couple of some great results early in the season. So obviously we don't know whether they'll have players back for Saturday. We'll have to see. But it'll be the same as the vast majority of games in this league. It will be about can we match their work rate or beat their work rate? We've got to take our chances when they come, and can we we keep talking every week. We're conceding 1 a game at the minute, and they seem to be avoidable goals. We need to start keeping a few clean sheets. So yeah, it's a really important game for us. When you lose after being on a good run, it's important to bounce back. If we can get a win Saturday, we've got loads of league games coming up, and hopefully then we get some players back, some strength in depth next week, and we can push on and go on another run.
Yeah, and you're flying solo Saturday, I understand.
I am. Bakes once a year has a work conference abroad. He hates it. He doesn't want to go. He'll be sat there listening to Rebels Radio, I know, but he can't miss it. So yeah, Bakes is away in Sorrento actually. But you know, we've got obviously Mark Betts and Trent. You know, we've got a lot of support for me. You know, it won't be an issue.
And you're like a married couple anyway. You'll be thinking the same.
Yeah,
things,
we're telepathic
yeah.
anyway, so he'll be sending me messages, I'm sure, in some way or another. So, no, you know, I've had to miss games. He's had to miss games. It's the good thing about being joint managers is, you know, it's not an issue when one of you isn't around. So. We have a bit of kind of fun about our record on our own, and
yeah. What exactly is that, John?
I think his is slightly better than mine, but looking to improve on that Saturday, and obviously I know he'll want us to as well. So yeah, he's away. He's back Monday, so he'll be back for next week's games.
Brilliant. Well, let's hope your record does improve and Slough come away with 3 points on Saturday at Holloway's. Thank you very much for your time,
Okay.
and we'll speak to you next week.
Cheers, John.
Cheers.